Chapter 45. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Hey, when did the fishmen who could only be auctioned off as slaves in the Grand Line become so arrogant? Qingyun said casually. However, his words directly hurt the evil dragon. No, not just the evil dragon, but all the fishmen in the entire evil dragon park, slaves. This is for all the fishmen and mermaids. Is like a thorn in their hearts, especially those who have experienced this. After hearing Qingyun's words, the eyes looking at Qingyun seemed to be on fire. Human being, you are seeking death. The evil dragon's eyes were cold and he said. I'm just looking for death, but you, a group of murlocs, don't think you can deal with me. Why, in the past 8 years, have you bullied ordinary people and created a sense of hierarchy? Evil dragon, don't forget, the ruler of this world is human beings. You, a group of fishmen, only deserve to be huddled on Fishman Island, instead of coming to the human world to oppress civilians. Qingyun kept stimulating the other party with words. He doesn't hate fishmen and mermaids, but there are some fishmen and mermaids who will do things that make you annoying. Therefore, for this group of scumbags like the dragon pirates, he doesn't want to give the other party any face at all. He uses words to stimulate the other party. This is also to ensure that the other party does not run away. Because if the other party runs into the sea, he really has nothing to do with the other party. Therefore, he needs use slaves to stimulate the opponent. This group of fishmen will want to kill him. You wanna die. Kruby was so angry that he rushed towards Qingyun. However, Dao Flow Ghost Energy Jingja. He drew his sword. His body passed by extremely quickly. The person was already behind the opponent, and Kruby's body froze on the spot. A second later. Poof! The wound on his body that Qingyun had slashed opened directly, and a large amount of blood spurted out from the wound, and his figure directly in a pool of blood on the ground. As expected of a fishman, he has good physical fitness. I originally thought that the strength I used could cut you in half, but I didn't expect that I couldn't do it. Qingyun turned around and glanced at Kruby, with a hint of disappointment in his tone. Asshole! You damn human being! Let's avenge Kruby, let's go together. Eat my knife, you lowly human being! The other members of the dragon pirates were also furious when they saw this scene. A famous fishman pirate held a weapon and started to kill Qingyun one after another. Dao Flow Ghost Energy Shaoman. Facing so many fishmen attacking him, Qingyun just smiled faintly, holding the third generation of ghosts in his hand, turning 360 degrees and releasing horizontal slashes, one after another with small sword auras carrying ghost energy. Bursting out from all around him, this is the swordsmanship he learned and created after his strength reached the level of a swordsman. Use the flying slashing method that a swordsman knows. Turn your sword energy into the size of a willow leaf and use it to attack the enemy. A single attack is enough to unleash dozens or hundreds of sword energy to roll around. It falls like rain towards the enemy. Don't look at the small chi of the sword. But, the blades of sword energy still have the same damage power as sharp blades. Ah! The scream sounded ups and downs. It was too close. This also gave them no chance to dodge. They directly resisted the opponent's attack face to face. Here in Rogue Town, Smoker saw this scene through the image of the phone bug. He also stood up suddenly, flying slash. This is the name for the moves that those who practice swordsmanship know. But, that's not the point, but the one who used the flying slash. Swordsman, he turned out to be a swordsman. Smog was also shocked. In the way of swordsmanship, the obvious characteristic of becoming a swordsman is to understand the breadth of all things and then enter the realm of cutting steel. This is considered to have entered the realm of swordsman. In addition, there is also a swordsman. The person who can fly and slash may not be a swordsman, but the one who cannot fly and slash must not be a swordsman. After all, it is not only swordsmen who can fly and slash, there are also some swordsmen who have reached the level of the great sword. There are people in the realm of swordsmen, and there are also supreme swordsmen. However, it is undeniable that people who can fly and slash have undoubtedly entered the realm of swordsmen at the lowest level. The strength of swordsmen, even if they are thrown into the navy here, at least the official position of a major. At this moment, he felt that he should have persisted and invited the other party to join the navy. After all, such a young swordsman, if the other party was given more time. The other party would definitely do this. The road is getting farther and farther, the future is promising. The great swordsman also has hope, however, the other party refuses to join his navy, which makes Smoker sigh silently. It is heartbreaking that a good young man is not in the navy, but Qingyun, who was fighting, had no idea that Smoker had extremely complicated feelings towards him at the moment, this way. Boom! The evil dragon took out his weapon, the big saw blade. Zhanfeng, the other party is not a weak person, and it's very powerful, that's why he needs to be more cautious. Despicable human beings, go to hell, that the evil dragon waved the weapon in his hand, and the cold light danced repeatedly on the sharp blade. He slashed directly at the opponent with astonishing power. A whistling sound filled the air, as if he was going to take away Qingyun's life with one blow. Life. Thank you to the pretty guy from Moon Knight 2 Dimension for your monthly ticket support. Many thanks. New book, please give me some data. Dear beauties, if you think the author's writing is good, you can vote for flowers, evaluation votes, and monthly votes. The more you vote, the more updates the author will make. Don't be soft-hearted and vote more. Big discount on Dragon Boat Festival reading. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP points. Grab a deposit now, activity time, June 22nd to June 24th. Chapter 46. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Idao Flow, Ghost Energy, Qingming. Under his feet, the pace began to change, and at the same time, he held the knife in both hands. In an instant, his figure disappeared directly from the spot. Next moment, click. Bang! The Zhanfeng in the evil dragon's hand turned into fragments almost instantly, and Qingyun also appeared behind the evil dragon, poof. The evil dragon just wanted to turn his head, but the next moment, his upper body and lower body were separated from each other. The opponent's body was cut off directly from his left shoulder to his right abdomen by Qingyun. Half of his body fell to the ground. Even if the evil dragon is a fishman, it has a strong body and strong vitality. At this time, the light in its eyes can only dim, and the life breath continues to weaken until it dies. Brother Dragon. When the fish people saw this scene, they were heartbroken. After all, it was the evil dragon who led them to the East China Sea and made them live so freely and happily, but today, the evil dragon was killed by this human being. How could they not anger? The evil dragon is dead, and it's time for you to hit the road. Don't let your boss get too lonely on this journey. Qingyun looked at these fishmen calmly, and the three-generation ghost in his hand raised his sword and fell. The lives of the fishmen were easily taken away by him. They died. They all glared at Qingyun with hatred and refused to close their eyes. 3 minutes later, all the pirates of the Dragon Pirates were here. Every one of them was killed by Qingyun. With some backbone, no one chose to run away. Qingyun glanced at the fishmen corpses here and said. But that's all. He initially stimulated these fishmen in order to make these fishmen fight him desperately and cut off most of the others' thoughts of escaping. After all, this time he is not just here to kill pirates in exchange for bounties. He is also here to eliminate all the dragon pirates and help Nami's Koko Nishi village completely get out of oppression, so if a cannon is fired. As for the fishmen, who knows when the other party will come back to take revenge, that would be bad. Therefore, when faced with this situation, Qingyun himself chose to eliminate the root cause, and he did it. All the members of the evil dragon pirates were wiped out. They all died under his sword. Then, there is no need to worry about the members of the evil dragon pirates coming back for revenge after they left. Solving the evil after the dragon pirates. The text appears again. Pickable items detected. Do you want to pick them up? Pick up. Ding. Successfully picked up. Excellent body crystals *88, rare body crystals *22, excellent body crystals *4, excellent soul crystals *92, rare soul crystals *30, excellent soul crystals *6, excellent talent crystals *77. Rare talent crystals *50, excellent talent crystals *31, perfect talent crystals *15, excellent physical skills crystals *112, rare physical skills crystals *33, excellent physical skills crystals *7, ordinary swordsmanship crystals *78, exquisite kendo crystals *21, rare kendo crystals *12, outstanding kendo crystals *3, have been stored in the portable space, another rich harvest, undeniable. The level of ability crystals brought to him by the dragon pirates was pretty good. Many fishmen dropped more than one ability crystal when the same type of ability crystal dropped. The only disappointment is, there are so many murlocs of the evil dragon, but they have lost their talent crystals, and there is not even a single legendary talent crystal. It is no wonder that the evil dragon pirates have stayed here in the East China Sea for so many years, and they only have such strength, emotionally. This group of guys have such poor talent, but after he picked up the ability crystal to play with, there was also movement not far away. Nami, Nami, here we come. Dragon pirates, you bunch of damn fishmen, I'll fight you. Isn't it just death? The worst I can do is not live anymore. A huge group of people ran over, they held farm tools and other things in their hands as weapons, and shouted loudly. One of the leaders is Nokigo. Obviously, the reason why this group of people came here is because Nokigo told the villagers of Cocoa West Village about the matter. Therefore, the villagers in the village might have picked up the guy and prepared to fight after they knew the truth about the matter, but as they see this scene in Dragon Park, I was also shocked. It's actually a little bloody. Nami, Nami, what's going on? Nokigo couldn't help but feel a little dazed, and she didn't react to some of them. What are the fishman corpses here? How come all the dragon pirates were wiped out in such a short time? It was Qingyun who did it. Nami explained briefly. After the villagers of Cocoa West Village understood the situation here, a group of people also cried with joy. People who have not experienced the oppression of life and death cannot understand their mood, that kind of depressive life. It can be said that there is no hope at all. The only hope is that Nami earns 100 million belly and buys the village. If not, there would already be countless people under the dragon pirate system of paying money to survive. To be driven into madness, seeing this. Qingyun didn't say anything. This is the vent of these people's emotions, and it is very normal to have such a reaction. Colonel Smoker, now that I have graduated from the dragon pirates, I advise you to come here quickly, because the news of the dragon pirates' elimination will soon spread. If a naval scum like Captain Mouse finds out, Balbuki will do something outrageous. If he wants to attack me, then don't blame me for attacking the navy. By the way, bring the dragon pirate's bounty with you when you come here, so that I don't have to carry the body with me. Qingyun said to the image phone bug. On the other side of the phone bug, Smoker just snorted at Qingyun's words. Then prepare the warship immediately, arrange half of the manpower, go to the 16th Navy branch, and set off as quickly as possible. Oh, and bring the equivalent bounty from the dragon pirates. Why ask so many questions? Just do it, no questions asked. His order was also issued. The Navy and the entire Rog Town Naval Base also began to take action, thanks to Tang Bohu for lighting the mosquito coils. Oh, Pretty Guy's monthly ticket support. Many thanks. New book, please give me some data. Dear beauties, if you think the author's writing is good, you can vote for flowers, evaluation votes, and monthly votes. The more you vote, the more updates the author will make. Don't be soft-hearted and vote more. Big discount on Dragon Boat Festival reading. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP points. Grab a deposit now. Activity time, June 22nd to June 24th. Chapter 47. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After defeating the dragon pirates, the villagers of Kikiasi village also calmed down after venting their emotions. As for Qingyun, he did not touch the treasures in Dragon Park. He left all this to Nami to handle. After all, he was only entrusted by Nami to deal with this matter. The wealth of Dragon Park can be said to be obtained by oppressing the surrounding villages. It can be said that it is the money of these villages, so he did not touch it. Certainly, if he wants to take it, no one will object. After all, from a certain perspective, he is considered a hero who defeated the evil dragon. The hero took the treasure. Will they object? Of course it won't. Only, Qingyun was too embarrassed to get it. He took away the treasure of the pirate group at sea because it is difficult to find the source of where the other party's treasure came from. Even if you find it, you don't know how much money was stolen from others. do you believe someone else's report? Who knows if the other party wants to make more money? Therefore, he would not waste his time doing such a mind-consuming thing, and Nami's way of handling it, very simple: calculate the total number of households in nearby villages and divide it equally among each household. Although there will be some deviations, but there is no better way. After all, if we calculate carefully, even if all the treasures of the dragon pirates are distributed, it will not be enough, because the dragon pirates had made deals with Colonel Mouse over the years. They had stayed here safe and sound for 8 years. During this time, the dragon pirates must have paid a heavy price. Money is the most direct cost, therefore, who knows how much money Colonel Mouse took away in 8 years. But, because Qingyun is here to take charge, some people don't dare to say anything even if they have some small thoughts in their hearts. They can only silently accept this proposal to distribute money. After all, the opponent was the one who had defeated pirates like the dragon pirates and was more powerful than the dragon pirates. The dragon pirates can dominate them, as Qingyun, who is more powerful than the dragon pirates, can't he do it? Therefore, many people are afraid of Qingyun's strength. The matter of distributing money like this also took a full afternoon to solve. After a period of brewing, Colonel Mouse finally got the news that the dragon pirates had been eliminated. After learning that all the treasures of the dragon pirates were distributed to the villagers, Colonel Mouse rushed over in a hurry, and when they arrived, the treasures in the dragon park have been distributed, came with a team of Navy soldiers. Looks like he's here with bad intentions. You were the one who killed the dragon pirates. Colonel Mouse walked over arrogantly, but no matter how he pretended, he couldn't hide his wretched face. It's me, what's wrong? Qingyun stood up and said. He also had some surprises. The fact that the dragon pirates were wiped out spread so quickly that the other party didn't know it. It only took more than half a day to receive the news. That's it. I thought Smoker would arrive first, but now look at it. He seems to be thinking too much. It's obviously difficult for Smoker to arrive in such a short time. We received news about the dragon pirates, and you just happen to have solved the dragon pirates. Yes, thank you for your contribution to the justice of the Navy. Now we are going to take away the dragon pirates, a group of villains. Corpse, and hand over the woman behind you. According to the information, she is a member of the dragon pirates. Please don't make the mistake. Colonel Mouse also immediately came up with the idea of the corpses of the dragon pirates. The money and other things have already been divided. He can't snatch it from every villager, so he focused on the dragon pirates. What if the heads of the pirate group were forged into the corpses of the dragon pirates that his 16th branch worked so hard to eliminate? Wouldn't that be the merit of Colonel Mouse? With this merit, the position will be unbreakable. In addition, it is Nami. He has heard of the other party when he cooperated with the evil dragon, running for 100 million Baileys, although he thinks the other party is a fool, but this does not prevent him from targeting. He got the treasure that the other party had worked hard to collect over the years. He took the other party away. He tortured the money out of the other party's mouth. This trip was considered a worthwhile one. Colonel Mouse, I advise you not to make a mistake. I can kill the dragon pirates, which means I can keep all of you here. Qingyun's tone was full of threats. Thanks to the ordinary man, handsome guy, for your monthly support. Many thanks. New book, please give me some data. Dear beauties, if you think the author's writing is good, you can vote for flowers, evaluation votes, and monthly votes. The more you vote, the more updates the author will make. Don't be soft-hearted and vote more. Big discount on Dragon Boat Festival reading. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP points. Grab a deposit now. Activity time, June 22nd to June 24th. Chapter 48. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The words fell. There was a tense atmosphere in the air. The atmosphere instantly became a little heavier. One of the Navy generals aimed their guns at Qingyun, but they were also very scared in their hearts. After all, the information they received showed that the other party had wiped out the entire dragon pirates alone. Such strength, they really can't guarantee that the muskets in their hands will hit the opponent after firing. There was a gudong sound. It was Colonel Mouse, who also swallowed nervously, and sweat slowly fell from his forehead. You're kidding, right? Colonel Mouse asked with a somewhat uncertain tone. You can give it a try. Qingyun glanced at him and said flatly. I am a Navy, if you dare to touch me, do you know how serious the consequences will be? As Colonel Mouse spoke, his voice gradually became louder, as if the organization behind him gave him confidence. Navy? I think they are Navy scum. Will the consequences of touching you be serious? Colonel Mouse, compared to the serious consequences of attacking you, I think your collusion with pirates seems to be more serious. If your superiors find out about this, I wonder if you can still wear the clothes of a naval colonel. Continue to wear it. Qingyun shook his head regretfully. You, what are you talking nonsense about, who colluded with the pirates? Let me tell you, don't slander people at will. I am a Navy man and I represent justice. How could I do such a dirty thing? Colonel Mouse was frightened by Qingyun at first, and now that Qingyun exposed the secret of colluding with pirates, he immediately panicked. If this kind of secret is known to his superiors, he will definitely not be able to keep his clothes. It's even possible that he's going to impel down for vacation. How could he not know what impel down is? It's because he knows that, that's why he seems scared. Colonel Mouse, stop pretending. When I defeated the evil dragon, he made it clear about his collusion with you. You have been colluding with him for several years since he came to Donghai. You are really it's awesome. Over the years, the evil dragon has given you a lot of money to cover for him. After so many years, it is a huge sum of money. You said, what if the Navy went to your office or home and found a large sum of money that didn't belong to you? What excuse should you use to explain the origin of this money? Qingyun had a playful smile on his face as he looked at Colonel Mouse and said, every word he said made Colonel Mouse extremely flustered, and the sweat on his forehead kept oozing out. The bottom of his heart. The defense line is about to be broken through by Qingyun. Put down the gun. Colonel Mouse ordered to his men. His order was also very effective. Under his order, a group of naval soldiers put away their muskets. Then, he also showed a look to please Qingyun. This gentleman. My name is Qingyun. Oh, Mr. Qingyun, I think we can have a good talk about this matter. As long as you are willing to help me hide my collusion with the dragon pirates, I can give you 10 million Baileys as a reward. What do you think? Colonel Mouse said in a flattering manner. However, in Qingyun's opinion, his appearance was a bit too vulgar, very ugly. It was simply eyesore. That my friend. Qingyun pointed at Nami beside him. Misunderstandings are all misunderstandings. I just made a mistake. There is absolutely no way this lady is an accomplice of the dragon pirates. As long as Mr. Qingyun is willing to cooperate, I am willing to spend another 5 million Baileys to compensate this lady. The lady received a fright. Colonel Mouse said very politely, this can be said to be rich and powerful, and he is close to others. Use money to test him, an old cadre, and that old cadre can withstand such a test. So. Colonel Smoker, you heard it too. This colleague of yours is really a fickle person. He can change his face so well. I think he must have eaten the Superman-type face-changing fruit, and he can spend 10 million Baileys. 5 million Baileys, this is a huge sum of money. It is comparable to your salary in the past 5 years. Qingyun slowly took out a communication phone bug from behind. He saw the phone bug and heard what Qingyun said. Colonel Mouse's face immediately turned pale. You bastard, you lied to me. Colonel Mouse roared angrily. He never thought that what he just said was deliberately induced by the other party to say it. Colonel Mouse, you did a great job. It's really an honor for me to have a colleague like you. The communication phone bug can be said to have performed Smoker's expression vividly. What can be seen with the naked eye is that Smoker is extremely angry at this moment. Before that, he only learned that the Mouse Colonel colluded with the dragon pirates. I only knew it from the mouth of the evil dragon of the dragon pirates, but now, Colonel Mouse's self-destruction, this can already be said to be a stone hammer. Just like Qingyun said, go to the other party's office or residence to search, maybe there is something there. This is the evidence that directly kills the other party. Colonel Smoker, please listen to my explanation. When he heard this name, he knew the identity of France. After all, Smoger, a naval colonel from the Navy headquarters, was thrown into the East China Sea. It was impossible not to attract the attention of others, but it was still the same. He was even more afraid because the other party was a colonel at the Navy headquarters. If it was really about the position, the other party could be said to be on the same level as him in disguise. After all, if the Navy of the Navy's Sea branch returned to the Navy headquarters, his official position would be directly lowered by 3 levels. If he goes to the Navy headquarters, he is only a captain at most, and Smoker is now a real captain of the Navy headquarters, not to mention that the other party may have an amazing background or he is a friend with the same position and even a higher level than him. From these perspectives, he cannot afford to offend him at all. Qingyun, let them stay there for me, and no one is allowed to leave until I arrive. If they resist, help me capture them, and I owe you a favor. On the other side of the communication phone bug, Smoker was extremely angry, but even if the warship he was riding was quite fast, it would still take a lot of time to reach Cocoa West Village. In this time, it would be enough for the other party to he transferred the stolen money or fled for his life. Therefore, he also asked Qingyun for help. At least, in his opinion, Qingyun is still a relatively reliable person. Then it's settled. Qingyun readily agreed, this is a favor from Smoker. Maybe the other party's position is not high, but he still has a lot of interpersonal relationships, and a very important point is his teacher, but the previous one Admiral Zifa of the Navy. This connection is enough to make Smoker's favor extremely valuable. Therefore, if this account is calculated carefully, he really made a huge profit. New book, please give me some data. Dear beauties, if you think the author's writing is good, you can vote for flowers, evaluation votes, and monthly votes. The more you vote, the more updates the author will make. Don't be soft-hearted and vote more. Faloo's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP points. Grab a deposit now. Activity time, August 10th to August 20th. Chapter 49. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Shoot, everyone, shoot, kill him. At this time, Colonel Mouse's eyes also flashed with a fierce look, and he gave a loud order. At this point, he has no way to retreat. If he sits here and waits to die, there is a 80% chance that he will approach the city. Because he is the only one who knows how many shameful things he has done for money. If he was dug out and not executed on the spot, it would be because of his good connections. Therefore, he can only fight instead of waiting for death. It is better to fight and escape. At worst, he hides and finds a place to live in seclusion. The money he embezzled is enough for him to be a rich man for a lifetime. The dog is so anxious that he jumps over the wall. After hearing this, Qingyun took action directly. He rushed into it like a tiger rushing into a flock of sheep. This group of guys with no more than this strength had no power to fight back in front of him. In less than a while, these guys, all the people fell down. They fell to the ground twitching. Yes, Qingyun didn't kill anyone, he just used the handle of the knife to attack these people. The other party didn't even have a chance to take out a gun and shoot, so he used the handle of the knife. After the heavy blow, he was lying on the ground. These people are too weak. Wouldn't it be better to just let it go without any help? I have to take action. Qingyun looked at the people who fell to the ground and shook his head helplessly, then he picked up the phone's handset. Smoker, I have taken care of these guys. Don't worry, they are not dead. You should hurry up and come over and deal with the matter here. Qingyun said. I know. After Smoker finished speaking, he hung up the phone directly. He was as concise as ever. TSK, if you speak so concisely, I don't know how angry you are. Qingyun curled his lips and said, with Smog's character and the other party's previous anger, the other party is definitely furious. Nami, tie up these Marines. When the Navy arrives tomorrow, hand them over. Qingyun also took out the rope from his portable space and threw it to Nami. Good. Nami also obediently did as Qingyun said. This matter will come to an end soon. That's pretty much it. Qingyun looked at the Navy being tied up by Nami and thought to himself, the reason why he acted so conservatively this time was not because she was afraid of the Navy. As a normal person, how could he be too selfish? He cares about the consequences and causes trouble at will. It is easy to kill the naval colonel, but after solving it, a lot of trouble will come because of the death of the naval colonel. Therefore, he used Smoker's knife to deal with the rat colonel, naval headquarters colonel, plus a former admiral student. If he hadn't been a problem child, why would he have been thrown here in Rog Town to hone his skills? Even his friend Tina from the same period was catching sea turtles on the Grand Line. Thief. This is not because Tina does not act like a problem child like Smoker, but she is just a person who is obedient on the surface and treats some rubbish orders as a joke in her heart. To put it bluntly, although Smoker he is a problem child, but with the other party's network, it can be said that there is no problem in dealing with a captain of the Navy's 4 Seas branch. What's more, if real evidence of guilt is found, the Navy's upper brass will probably just reprimand him at most. After that, give him another meritorious service, let the Navy handle the Navy. This is the best result. Although Qingyun is not afraid of the Navy, he deliberately killed the Navy and became a pirate. This is not because he was forced to do it, but because he became a pirate. He wanted to be a pirate, and he did it deliberately. Isn't that mean? At least, now he is very satisfied with his job as a bounty hunter. The idea of changing jobs, he currently has no idea, then. He also counted his gains this time. The biggest gain for him was the ability crystals, so, he also synthesized the ability crystals that reached double digits one by one. After synthesis again and again after that, all the ability crystals also became single digits, and many of the ability crystals in his hands also received an upgrade in grade. Now that I have some perfect ability crystals, as long as I keep accumulating them, my strength will not be far from reaching the school level. Qingyun glanced at the perfect grade ability crystals and felt satisfied in his heart. Now what he needs is the perfect grade ability crystals to bring him a big improvement. As for the ability crystals below the perfect grade, he can also get some improvements. But the improvement can be said to be small. However, these are not the biggest gains this time. His biggest gain is an epic grade ability crystal, an epic talent crystal. This is his biggest gain this time. He already had 8 legendary talent crystals. After killing the dragon pirates, he gained a lot more. Therefore, after synthesis, he synthesized such an epic crystal. Talent crystal, this is equivalent to an emperor-level talent. As long as he takes this epic talent crystal, it means that he will have an emperor-level talent, and also have physical strength, domineering, physical skills, swordsmanship, etc. When all talents reached the level of the emperor, he no longer hesitated. He opened his mouth, the golden epic talent crystal was also swallowed by him, and his general level talent also moved towards the emperor. Ascend and go. Thanks to the ordinary man, handsome guy for your monthly support. Many thanks. New book, please give me some data. Dear beauties, if you think the author's writing is good, you can vote for flowers, comments, and monthly votes. The more you vote, the more updates the author will make. Don't be soft and vote more. Faloo's 18th anniversary brand upgrade gives back to readers. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP points. Grab a deposit now. Activity time, August 10th to August 20th. Chapter 50. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After taking it, his mind was also clear. He didn't know what the process was about. Only know. A while, the process of ascension is over. He also woke up. Subsequently, he took out 4 more perfect soul crystals, 5 perfect taijutsu crystals, and 1 perfect kendo crystal and took them. The strength has been greatly improved again. The distant strength reaches the general level. It can be considered a step further. Certainly, his improvement is limited. Then, he also checked his own data. Host, Qingyun.talent, royal level, 0 out of 10, physique, school level, 1 out of 10, soul, school level, 4 out of 10, abilities, school level physical skills, 5 out of 10, swordsman, 1/10, lieutenant level silent steps, 0 out of 10, weapons, Liang Kuai Dao Sandai Gitaru, 0/10, ships, rare large ships, 5.9 out of 10, he feels that the only shortcoming in his own strength now is that he has not learned domineering yet. Certainly, this thing can definitely be done quickly, but this premise is, he needs a domineering person to cut him off, hack the opponent to death. Domineering ability crystals drop, pick it up, take it. This can't be learned directly. Only, you have to find the target. It seems that we have to go to the New World, or to the Chambord Islands, where someone might be domineering. Qingyun thought secretly, then, he remembered that he had upgraded his talents from general level to emperor level. A general level talent is not enough to comprehend domineering on one's own. Perhaps an emperor level talent can be learned with some certainty. He also had thoughts in his mind, it's just that if you can learn this kind of thing in 1 or 2 days, that's somewhat exaggerated, so, there's no rush. Time flies, in a blink of an eye, just 1 day passed, and this morning, Smoker's phone bug just bombed over, notify others of arrival, very early in the morning. Qingyun expressed that he still wanted to lie on the bed and take a nap, but considering that if he did this, Smoker might find out by then and he would probably explode with anger, so he gave up the idea of going back to sleep, simply get up. After washing for a while, he also took Nami, the tied-up Captain Mouse and other marines towards the coast of Cocoa West Village, coastside. A large ship has already docked here. Dozens or hundreds of sailors stood on the shore. Headed, it was Smoker with a cigar in his mouth, and the person next to him was Dasky, who couldn't even speak what Qingyun said last time. Smoker, actually you could have come a few hours later. You came early. I'm still a little sleepy. Qingyun also yawned and walked over and complained. Hearing this, Smog's brows also jumped angrily. If the other party was a navy instead of a bounty hunter, he would definitely open his loud voice and curse, but the other party was not a navy, so, he endured it. Colonel Mouse, you are now under my full authority. I have informed my superiors of what is going on here. Someone will come and personally investigate everything that happened during your time as a naval colonel. Smogger's eyes fell on Colonel Mouse beside him. The disgust in his eyes could be said to be undisguised. A group of naval scum, it is the existence of this group of naval scum that makes the Navy more and more righteous. The darker. What Smoker, who has his own insistence on justice, hates the most is the Navy that has tarnished the name of justice. They were the skin of the Navy, but do some rubbish things that are worse than pirates. I've left it to you. Also, where's the Dragon Pirate's bounty? Qingyun also directly handed over the group of Colonel Mouse to Smoker, and then he also asked. After hearing this, Smoker also asked his subordinates to take the bounty of the Dragon Pirates and gave it to Qingyun. Giving you the bounty in advance is against the rules. You must hand over the bodies of the Dragon Pirates to me later. Smog also said, pay the money with one hand and deliver the goods with the other hand. The rule in the Navy is to exchange the body of the pirate who is rewarded by the world government for the bounty of the same reward. The normal process is to hand over the living pirate's body. It can be a thief, a corpse, or a head. After confirming it clearly, he will give a reward. He offered Qingyun a reward in advance. This is also because they have cooperated many times and Qingyun helped him to remove the Navy this time. The reason why Colonel Mouse, a scum among pirates, was removed. The body is in Cocoa West Village. You can ask a few Navy soldiers to go there and get some wine. Qingyun said calmly. I owe you a favor for this. Said Smoker. It's not easy for you to owe someone a favor. Last time, the other party didn't say that they owed him a favor for the information provided by Colonel Munka, but they did say so in this matter. This shows how angry the other party is about the collusion between Colonel Mouse and the pirates. Dasky, now your boss owes me a favor. Do you think I should bring you over and let you become a bounty hunter with me? Qingyun saw Dasky with a straight face and said with a smile. Hearing this, Dasky's expression changed drastically. I'm not going to be a bounty hunter. Once I'm a Marine, I'll be a Marine forever. She was so frightened that she quickly said. It's not okay to ask for help. Seeing this, Smoj knew that Qingyun was deliberately teasing his subordinate, but he still stood up and said it. In this case, then I want to see how to practice color haki and armed color haki. Qingyun's face straightened up, and he looked at Smoker seriously and said, thank you to the handsome guy, Lao Si, for your monthly ticket support. Many thanks. New book, please give me some data. Dear beauties, if you think the author's writing is good, you can vote for flowers, evaluation votes, and monthly votes. The more you vote, the more updates the author will make. Don't be soft-hearted and vote more. Big discount on Dragon Boat Festival reading. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP points. Grab a deposit now. Activity time, June 22nd to June 24th. Chapter 51. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Here the words "smoker" was shocked, and his eyes towards Qingyun also changed. He didn't expect that a person from the East China Sea actually knows the existence of domineering. How are you sure I have it? Smog asked. Since the other party knows, he doesn't need to ask why the other party knows it, because domineering is not a secret that cannot be told. Maybe the other party learned it from the mouths of some people who have known domineering, also a possibility. You are a colonel at the Navy headquarters. The instructors at the Navy headquarters cannot be useless and teach nothing. Qingyun said with a smile. How do you know? Needless to say. This is because he tried to practice domineering last night, but he still didn't feel anything, so, after thinking for a long time, he thought of asking Smoker for it. A domineering training method, no matter what. Smoker is a very troublesome problem child in the Navy headquarters, but it is undeniable that he did graduate from the Navy headquarters, and his teacher was former Navy Admiral Zifa. Even if Smoker has not yet learned hockey, it is very likely that the opponent knows how to practice the hockey of knowledge and the hockey of arms. After all, the naval soldiers in the New World can learn the hockey of arms, so you are a natural type. When a devil fruit person trains you, he or she will not tell you how to practice armed hockey and wisdom-colored aura. Would Zifa be so unreliable? He doesn't quite believe this is possible. Take it, the practice method of domineering is recorded on it. You can copy it and return it to me later. Smoj took out a small notebook from the inner pocket of his clothes and threw it to Qingyun. Readily. Qingyun smiled and said, with a favor. He exchanged a favor for the cultivation methods of armed hockey and wisdom hockey. It was so profitable. If he were to kill people who knew hockey, it would probably have to wait until he went to the Grand Route. At least when you reach the Chambord Islands, or Fishman Island, you can find a domineering target. Start learning now. If you learn it, you can improve your strength in a short time. As for whether you can learn it or not. Sorry. Do you know the value of imperial talent? After putting away this small notebook, he also asked. How are you going to handle this? Qingyun asked. It depends on how the bunch of bastards above are going to be dealt with. However, when it comes to dealing with this kind of naval scum, unless there is a group of people from the world government behind it, they will not be able to bypass him so easily. Smoker glanced at Colonel Mouse coldly, and then said slowly, what he said is indeed correct. Now he is the Marshal of the Navy in the Sengoku period. How could he tolerate such a scum? No, it should be said, even if a Kainu did that, for if a man who is unscrupulous in his goals meets a Navy scum like Captain Mouse, he will punch the opponent with lava and directly save him from the cremation process. The only thing he needs to worry about is the people in the world government who are above the Navy, especially those who are above the Navy. It is an existence like the 5 Old Stars or the Tianlong people. However, the hands of Colonel Mouse of the Seahai branch are not that long, and he can reach out to a figure of this level as his background. Therefore, Colonel Mouse is definitely doomed. So how do your Navy plan to compensate the villagers of more than 20 villages who have been oppressed by the dragon pirates over the years? Qingyun looked directly at the other party and asked. Compensation? Smog also had a look of confusion on his face, because he had never encountered such a problem. He didn't know what to do. Smoker, remember what I told you about the situation here. Each adult has 100,000 belly per month, and each child has 50,000 belly per month. If they cannot pay, they will be killed by the dragon pirates. For 8 years, because of the collusion between the Navy and pirates, more than 20 nearby villages lived in fear. When they had to pay money every month, they were afraid that they would be killed if they could not pay. And many villagers were killed because they could not pay. So Smoker, do you think this problem can be solved by taking Colonel Mouse into custody after the dragon pirates died? Qingyun looked directly at Smoker and said. So what do you want? Asked Smoker. The stolen money collected by Colonel Mouse was used to compensate the victims of these oppressed villages. Qingyun said, the amount of money the evil dragon pirates received around here is an astonishing amount. Just when the evil dragon and others first arrived, they received more than 25 million belly in one village, not to mention, the dragon pirates later occupied nearly 20 nearby villages. According to this calculation, the dragon pirates can receive about 500 million life buying money in 1 month. In 1 year, that is 6 billion baileys, not to mention that this situation has lasted for 8 years. As an accomplice of the dragon pirates, Colonel Mouse added a little threat during the torture yesterday, and the other party said it directly. Half. The entire half of the proceeds went into Colonel Mouse's pocket. This time, he came to help Nami. If it was a village he didn't know, he left after sweeping away the pirates. There are still so many things under control there, however, Nami is special. So, of course, he has to ask for more compensation for his side. At least, he has to make the Mouse Colonel vomit out everything he has eaten. The most important point is that he has to ask for more compensation. Colonel Mouse earns tens of billions of belly, but when he wanted to buy them with money yesterday, he only offered a total of 15 million berry. Who the hell are you looking down on? New book, please give me some data. Dear beauties, if you think the author's writing is good, you can vote for flowers, evaluation votes, and monthly votes. The more you vote, the more updates the author will make. Don't be soft-hearted and vote more. Big discount on Dragon Boat Festival reading. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP points. Grab a deposit now. Activity time, June 22nd to June 24th.